A man stabbed his roommate in the Silicon Valley. More should I say Santa Clara, to be more specific. You hear more about domestic violence, couples living together that end up doing violent shit to each other, right? But it's the roommates that are tripping now. Let's see why these roommates were wilding out.
And about a fatal officer-involved shooting that happened in Santa Clara early Wednesday. Authorities say the responding officer interrupted a stabbing, likely saving the victim's life. KTVU's Ann Rubin is live in front of the Santa Clara police station. And Ann, this was a fight between roommates?
Yes, it appears so, although at this point we don't know what the fight was about, only that it escalated quickly, prompting one of their other roommates to call police. This was the door a Santa Clara police officer kicked open Wednesday, encountering a stabbing in progress. This image from the officer's body-worn camera shows one roommate pinning another, in his raised arm, a knife.
When the officer saw the suspect's hand holding the knife come down towards the victim, the officer shot 4 times, striking the suspect with all 4 of the shots.
The suspect later died at the hospital. The victim survived but was treated for stab wounds to the hands, chest, lung, and abdomen. Injuries, police say, that came from 2 separate knives.
Damn.
The first knife broke away at the handle. The suspect then retrieved a second knife in order to continue the assault.
This was not the first time police had been called to this residence on
So this was a troubled place to begin with.
Eisenhower Drive. August 12th, there had been a disturbance between the same 2 men over use of the air conditioning.
Not funny, but it's like this type of shit happens all the time. When you move in with other people, more than likely you're going to hate your roommates. One person's too cold, one person's too hot. One person's bringing people over that shouldn't even be knowing where you live to begin with. It's like we all have that. We all have certain people where we don't want to know where we live. And that's why a lot of people try to live by themselves and just pay the extra money.
The house manager says he took swift action to evict the attacker. Proceedings just wrapped up last Friday.
I would say that it's already under eviction because he broke the rules already.
He says the 4 male roommates who lived in the home were high-tech workers, though the suspect was currently unemployed.
4 tech workers. I bet you it was a house full of weirdos too. When the techie gets violent, there's no turning back.
Was out of the job market for almost 1.5 years already. I don't know if that is a cause.
This is a good example of crashing out. So the suspect crashed out more than once. So basically, when you move in with a bunch of people, well, that's not even a lot. But if you have more than 2 roommates, that's a lot to me. And a lot of people just can't make it on their own. So they have to put up with either living with family or living with some strange ass people. Most roommates don't know each other that well when they first move in. However, shit like this, it's always going to be one person that can't keep up with ends meet or can't keep a job. So you heard him. Landlord said he was unemployed for over a year, reaching 2 years.
Because he's mental unstable.
The responding officer, Robert Alsop, is a 12-year veteran of the department. Santa Clara Police Chief Corey Morgan says he commends Alsop for his bravery and quick actions.
Our officers train for moments like this, not because we want to face them, but because we must be prepared to protect lives when every second counts.
Authorities say the victim has already been released from the hospital. The name of the suspect has not been released pending notification of next of kin.
Time to move. Yeah, that's a problem if you have to keep calling the police on your roommate. That's the last position you think you will be in, getting attacked by one of your roommates. You're more likely to get attacked by a spouse than you are your roommate. At least that's what we would think. But being that there's always going to be that one person that's not holding up their end of the deal, it's going to be hard to get him out. And then when things escalate, they're going to escalate. Shooting, stabbing, whatever else. Kick him out. This is Kai LaVeo. Good night.
Thank you.